What's up, Social Cam? This your girl Jasmine. I'm coming through, just doing a video. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning. I was laying in the bed for about an hour before I got up and did my normal prayer time. Just studying, just communicating with God about 3 a.m. But I'm coming through just to encourage everybody who is right now in their life. They're at a point of growing, and they're in the growing pains of life. And in growing pains of life, sometimes separation comes, sometimes rebuilding of relationships comes, and so forth and so on. I'm in a place right now where I am being stripped, purged, and everything of all that I feel in order to just allow God to do what He does in my life. I think the most interesting process, or part of the process, is the separation part, and the changes of the guards and the changes of the season, the changes of just a lot. And lately in life, I know a lot of us, we don't adapt to change well, and I'll be the first to admit I'm not one of them. But even in that, I trust God, and I thank God because I realize that He knows what's best for me. As I was in college for the first 4 years of my life, that was a transition for me that I didn't quite, at first grasp. But later on throughout life, later on throughout my college, I began to grasp it, and I began to deal with the change. I began to deal with the fact that I was becoming an adult, and that I was going to be out on my own, and that, mom and daddy weren't going to always be there. Well, I'm back at another transition, and I'm back at another place of growing, and in the growing pains, realizing that I'm just going a step higher, and that God is just doing great things right now. And sometimes within the growing pains, we don't always understand how God's going to work it out. We don't always understand how He's going to do it. But even in that, I believe that we should trust God in all that we do. When we say yes to God, that gives Him free rule and reign over our life to use us and to do exactly what He will with us, just to get the glory out of our lives. A lot of times, people have this song out now. Well, it's a song that came out. I think I was in college. It's called "I Give Myself Away," so that you can use me. And we sung that song in church on Sunday during praise and worship. And as I was sitting there, God began to deal with me, and I believe He was just like, do you really give yourself to me? All that you desire, are you really giving it up to me? And sometimes in growing pains, that's a part of the process of giving up yourself, giving up everything that you desire in order for God to work in you. So, I just coming through to encourage every one of y'all that's going through growing pains right now, that's going through transition, and that's going through transformation, to stay encouraged. Don't allow the enemy to punk you, for real. Don't allow him to punk you. Stay in your word. Stay on your face before God, because during this time, that's what's going to get you through. I'm telling you. I be up, as y'all can see, after night, doing what I do. I'm talking to Him, I'm praying to Him, because truth be told, I love God. I love everything about Him, and just know that in this process, there's greater to come. So because there's greater to come, just trust God, believe Him. The Bible says in Romans 8:28 that all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord and are called according to His purpose. And because I see that as, if it's all working out for my good, then I'll go through till I get to the good. You know what I'm saying? I'll go through the growing pains of life, and the growing pains of just everything, just to get to the good part of it, and just to get to the part where I know that all that God has called me to do, that I'm fulfilling in life. So, don't get discouraged in your trial. Don't get discouraged in your tribulation, because God is there. He loves you. And, most definitely He's there with you. You may not can trace Him, but you trust Him to do exceedingly and abundantly above all we can ask or think. But you guys, I got to get into my prayer time. I got to give God His time this morning. But I love you guys, and you guys have a great day.